Brand new LCP.
I want to clap it up now, man, because this episode might not go too well. Because on this episode, man, I want to police women's bodies. Now, I know what you hear. Please don't smack me. But I'm going to do my best because I feel like, and again, I know it's a double standard. But I feel like there should be a difference in relation to what a woman wears when she's single versus what she wears
that's when she's with her man or not with her man.
No, I mean just a relationship in general.
Oh.
Or do you think that there's no standards, there's no boundaries? And again, now, of course, some of this is kind of, we're using the Keke Palmer situation, even though it happened about 10
years ago.
Yeah.
In social media times.
Society, yeah. But I want to use that as like a jumping off point to dive into like a whole different realm. But do you think that what a woman wears when she's single in relation to maybe being more scantily clad, do you think that that's okay if now she's in a relationship that's in, I don't care if she got a ring or not,
right?
A relationship where they both decided, you know what, we in it, we are committed.
Yeah.
Do you think that she should still wear what she wears when she's single? I
think if that's a representative of who she is and her personality, then by all means, wear what you wear. Like you said, like you shouldn't necessarily change yourself or who you are to accommodate someone else if it's not, I guess, infringing upon the relationship in any way. If it's her way of expressing herself and is it via dress, then I think it's completely fine. I think the issue comes in if you are allowing men to invade your space and your privacy, like invade that space that's sacred for you and your partner if you guys have that type of relationship.
But now, again, a lot of times, and I know it's a double standard with this too, but a lot of times, like, depending on what you might wear, you might open up the door for that space to be invaded, if you want to be honest about it.
Well, yeah, and so I think some women and men, they might get off on that, right? Like, some men might like seeing their woman being desirable and men being jealous over how fine a woman might be. Like I shared with you the other day, there was a married couple, and this woman had on, looked like a damn bikini with a fishnet, a fishnet dress and her thong. You know, she got her ass done. All these women getting their ass done now, so she's showing off that, and they look like they were out in public. She had on heels with that, so it's not like she was at the beach.
Yeah,
and so that was completely okay for him. He's showing off his woman like that to the.
But we can't judge off the picture.
Okay, even if
we don't know.
Okay,
we don't know.
All right. Okay, cool. So even if I'm not using the situation, I see women frequently dress, skimpy?
I mean, they can, but do you think that there should be, because of course women can wear what they want, but do you think there should be a difference? Because like, let's say for example, you know, I'm single and like I'm on Instagram, I'm liking all the girls' pictures, you know, she got the titties, I'm liking it, I'm dropping the comments, the hard eyes, and then if I start dating somebody,
that's a problem. Like, that would be a problem. You hard-eyed and liking.
But like you said, that's me. Yeah. That's what I do. So now if I'm dating her, like, why can't I continue doing that? Because I'm not sleeping with these women.
Okay, so then
except me, because that's what I do.
No, that's different because you are. It's almost as if you're being flirtatious. Now, I can see if that's a.
But now, if you
that
see
type
woman
of behavior,
and she's posting naked pictures online. No, I don't mean naked, but she's posting provocative pictures. Every picture is a side shot of her ass. That shouldn't stop either. Is
she getting paid for it?
Most women are not getting paid. We're not talking about most women are not getting paid.
No,
these are free posts.
These are free posts.
Or does it change now because it's the woman doing it? But I can't drop heart emojis. I can't.
You dropping heart emojis will be almost equivalent to you probably flirting with a woman. You're showing some type of interest in about you actually reacting, because you could like it internally and be like, damn, she fine, and keep that to yourself. Okay. But you're making a public declaration.
Okay, but now there's many women I see out
but we're talking about
in relationships.
We're talking about practice? No, I'm just playing.
No,
you're
I see many women in relationships that take the little pictures showing their ass in relationships. The little pictures, propping their titties up in the camera. These are women in relationships.
Okay.
And now when you post pictures like that, the quote unquote thirst traps, you are now sending out a bat signal. So there's nothing wrong with that, but I can't drop a heart emoji, but she could just post
Do you
pictures.
hear that's not the same thing.
So it's not the same if I drop a heart emoji or if I drop a comment, but I can go online.
So
and post
you're
my,
equating a woman showing her prop breast
or
her
a side shot of her ass,
or a side shot of her ass as
So
her
that's
giving heart emojis to all the men. Like, what are you saying?
What I'm talking about the attention that things can bring.
Okay,
I'm not talking about a single woman.
You sound like the white people in schools when girls, because they think
this looks
inappropriate on you, but they can't hide it.
No, that's different because the pictures I'm talking about are not being hidden.
Right.
A woman is going out of her way to say, "Hey, I'm showing you these titties." Like, instead of taking now. What you're saying, yeah, if a woman is thicker, she's thicker. Like, she don't got the white box SpongeBob body.
Right.
But now when you turn to the side and position, my ass is right there.
Now, honestly, it isn't like... It is annoying.
That's an issue. I'm going to be honest.
It's an issue, but...
If I'm dating her, like, I'd be like, bruh, really? Like I said, I've got friends that do it. I don't care.
So you're okay with... Okay, so time, place, manner, right? So you're okay with possibly her being at the beach and showing, like, she's taking a picture of herself at the beach, but for a regular, like, Tuesday night...
We gonna police women's bodies, so I'm gonna boo myself now because it's probably gonna come off away. No, I'm just saying, if you at the beach,
right,
like, it's a 99% chance you got a bikini on.
Right.
That's okay.
Right.
But I'm talking, and again, when you're single...
Can she post a little picture like that?
Yeah, see, but let me add the disclaimer. Look, if she in a bikini, post your bikini picture. Okay. But the thing is, like, when you go out of your way, you know what? I'm in my bikini. Let me arch my ass. Yeah. Let me make sure my titties. Then it's just like, bro. That's why I say it's a difference.
And so...
It's nothing wrong with a bikini.
My thing is, at the beach, there's hundreds of people out there at that beach who's looking at your woman, who sees your woman.
But that's normal.
It's normal, right? Because everybody is half naked. Everybody's fucking half naked on social media.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing.
You said before, like, you see women's lips and their nipples and all this stuff on the internet, and you say I guess you become sort of like numb to it. But
I'm gonna say right now, and again, you might not admit it. Like when, like those type of pictures, they're done for a reason. Yeah, they're done for a reason.
So but I get what you're saying. Though, if you're in a relationship, you should not be displaying
a lot of those pictures are attention,
it's being monetized.
A lot of those pictures that's different because it's money. Girl, go out and make $200K. Right. Like that's coming back to us. Right. But a lot of those pictures, again, a lot of women won't admit it. Those are attention-seeking pictures. How many times I've seen them pictures where, I just got my hair, but bitch, can we see the hair? Right. It's like one strand of hair in the picture in his ass. Those are attention-seeking pictures. And like I said, I'm not against women's empowerment, women femininity. How you say it?
Femininity.
Yeah, see, we jacking
it. Okay.
But to get away from that, like I said, man.
No. Yeah. I kind of want to know. So,
ask me something.
What is appropriate though? Or what's inappropriate? Because, like, how can a woman who's not
just have some class.
Who's not Muslim,
but at the end of the day, just have some class, man. Because, like I said, I know the woman loves saying, "Well, if I don't got a ring on my," but you gotta show a lot of qualities. The same thing as a man.
It's just so aggravating because
the ring don't come from nothing. And that goes on both sides because, like I said, like I could be the most ancient man in the world, treating her bad, doing this, doing that, and I could propose. And she could say no because I'm not showing things that's worthy of a husband. The same thing. Right. If a woman is showing qualities that a man doesn't deem worthy of a wife.
So I think your issue is the women who all pictures they post is them being like provocative and
all I'm saying
because
have class.
I see have class, but I see with my eyes pictures of women who are in relationships, are married, and they are still being provocative. And I think it is.
Everybody's relationship is different.
Everybody's relationship is different, but I also feel like to some extent, people are still like, it's sick, but it's like women are constantly using their bodies to make money. This like the beauty industry is like a $1 billion industry, right?
That's the era we live in. Body.
Like, there are women who making sure, like, when they go on vacations, or even if they're going for a girls' night out, and they can be a complete professional and are in committed relationships, but they're showing this provocative side so people can like them, so people can, they're inquiring as to, for example, the woman I told you who was with her husband. I was on her IG and I was looking, and she had a picture. She's in a swimsuit. She have like this thong bikini. You see her ass. She's walking away, but as the video is playing, she's showing off ways to increase your credit, or and it's just like these.
That's
so
what I just told you. It's like
a gimmick. It's like, oh, do you see me? But I got you, bitch.
It's like what I just said about showing off the hair, but I want you to see the ass, because now the picture gonna get hella likes, not because of the hair, because a lot of men, we see the ass. Then you always go to the comments. Damn, girl, that thing getting fat.
Just like you said, there's men who lead with money. It's like women are leading with quote unquote pussy or titties or ass, and their main message not even their titties, ass, or whatever. It's, oh, come see this product I have.
And a lot of men lead with money because that's what we see.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta cash at me to get my attention. You gotta do this to get my. If you ain't spending, don't come over here. And it's just like, okay, here you go.
But okay,
everything is monetized in some shape or form, and like that's the part that sucks. But like I said, but I see it as like half class, because if I'm dating somebody, I'm married to somebody, like when I step outside, regardless of how people see, and again, maybe I'm just old school, but I'm in some shape or form a reflection of my partner. Again, especially if I'm married. So if I go outside and I'm out, and like, let's say I get caught on camera, I'm at the bar, I'm on top of the table doing like wild shit, I'm a reflection of my partner. Like, that's to me showing a lack of respect for my partner if I'm letting women do this or letting women it's just like, again, it's about having class. I'm not saying you got to go outside with a turtleneck on, not at all.
But you're speaking of behavior.
I'm not talking about monetizing. So
no. Like that aside, but even like the way one present themselves and the way one dresses. That's this is your stance, your opinion, right? Because I think we had, this was probably like 40 podcast episodes ago. I remember we had a conversation on, I don't know, but it was something about like women not like wearing their nipples out or something.
Oh yeah, like, not having no bras in Target and shit like that.
So like for me, I was like, okay, I am relatively modest. Like I don't go too crazy. Except for like if I'm going if I'm going somewhere where nobody knows me, I'm probably a little bit more risque, because it's like the chances of me running into a client or the judge or something is slim to none, right? So I can kind of be a little bit more free. I say, however, if I'm married or in a relationship and me and my dude, we're out, I may want to wear something a little skimpy for him to have a good time, and it ain't for anybody else but for me and him. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Okay, I want to stop you right there. Okay. So like for that example, like let's give your boyfriend name is Terrence.
Hey, boo.
So now you going out, you want to wear something skimpy for him. Right. You putting on something sexy for Terrence, and you say, hey, you know what? Like you going out in that, like it doesn't really turn me on. Like I get turned on by seeing you in that when we get in private. Okay. So you wearing that outside, for me, it don't turn me on. Okay. So now what do you say in that situation? Because just because
it would kind of kill a moment, like.
And again, I'm not trying to jump, but I feel like you wearing that outside for you, as opposed to him. But see, a lot of women, not saying all, a lot of women don't admit it. Sometimes you want to go outside. You want to be, showing off your body. It don't always got to be, I'm doing it for my man. I think that's a scapegoat answer.
Okay, so
I feel like you want to go outside.
In terms of what I was saying, I am literally thinking about a situation if I was in a relationship and I wanted to have fun and do that with him. However, there have been times when, let's say about 2 years ago, for example, like I wore this mini skirt. It was me and my friends. We went out for our little Thai food, and I had this like halter top thingy, and I was just like, that was for me to feel good about myself. It had, I cringe at it. Like I didn't want any attention, but it's like, I want to feel good about the skin I'm in.
And that's what I'm saying. It don't have to be, I'm wearing this outside for my man.
And you've seen the 0 pictures of me on the internet displaying what I had on.
Yeah.
There are several times I may have had something where you might see a little butt cheek out, but I'm not putting that on social media for people to see. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said I feel like a lot of times it's a scapegoat answer. I'm wearing this outside for men because this what men. No, a lot of times, no, because everything is not centered around us.
Right.
Now, a lot of times, a lot of that get projected on us. A lot of times, women want to go outside.
We want to feel sexy, so it's just
but that's
and
what
we
I'm
do
just
not
saying.
want a nigga talking to us, breathing
but
on
at
us.
the end of the day, and again, it's not an excuse, but we live.
What's
on
not
Earth.
an excuse?
We live on Earth.
Okay, we do.
A lot of women know. Like it's like when. It's like when at the top of the year, like QT down the street. I was in QT down the street. I stopped to get something to drink.
You saw a cutie down the street?
No, QT, the gas station. I stopped to get something to drink.
Yeah.
A chick walked in there, ass cheeks out.
Oh, you wanted some of that drink.
Listen.
I'm listening.
She had on the shirt. She had on some little denim shorts, like whole ass cheeks out, both sides. Again, it's men behind her looking. Damn.
Oh, they gonna look.
Ooh, that. And she was mad. Why are you looking at me? Oh my, I hate niggas. And I'm like, what do you expect people to look at?
Right.
It's like, we live on Earth.
Right.
If you walk outside, you got your ass out, you got your titties out.
Right.
Of course, like no man should.
You cannot have any of that out, and niggas still gonna be lurking.
But again, no man can touch you.
Right.
100%. I'm in agreement with that. But you can't tell a man where to put his eyes at.
Right. That's facts.
Or you can't flip it into, oh, niggas is dirty. You have your ass out.
Right.
Like when it's hot outside, especially now during the heat wave, like sometimes you might see pussy lips outside.
That's insane.
Depending on what she got on, and then you always see, I hate when niggas looking. What do you expect?
I'm kind of stuck on the pussy lips. How they put the pussy lips on live? How they did that?
You gotta go, like, please go to the park when it's when it's a heat wave, or like when it's a festival.
Do you see the camel toe?
You can see it. Or sometimes when they bend over to kind of fix they shoot, and you see they got no panties on.
Yeah.
And like
t-shirt.
Again, you can't feel matter of fact, you can feel a type of way.
Yeah.
But it's like if I go outside, let's say I go outside, I got my dick out.
Yeah.
Why these bitches looking at my dick? What they supposed to look at?
I mean, it's out.
That's what I'm just saying.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times, again, I feel like they say what they think they should say, but internally they like it. And again, I'm not saying like, oh, pro rape. I'm not saying that. No woman should be touched.
Right. But
you can't tell a man where to put his eyes at. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
I agree. So if you go outside, you got your titties out, and every guy that walk by, damn, like what you want him to look at?
Right.
That's the
look
word
into my eyes. Look into my eyes.
Everything is sexualized, but let's get into these voicemails, man. Oh, we 18 minutes in. Okay, now when the whole thing happened with Keke Palmer, I asked a couple men I know, 2 men that's married, and my guy Sully always throw his little opinion in now. I asked him about Keke Palmer. You in a relationship with a woman, she goes out to go see Usher, Trey Songz, whoever. Like, how do you feel if your woman is out there scantily clad, drooling over, an entertainer or anybody in general? So let's see if I get the clip. Where my iPad at, man? Let's see if I get this queued up, because again, I want your opinion on this now.
After hearing the men's,
yeah, please. But again, if you won't kill him, go ahead and kill him. If you're going,
I don't even know these people.
Yeah, but let's get into the first voice message from my guy Sully.
If I'm with a chick and, she sees her celebrity crush, she goes to his concert, right? He's singing to her, she going crazy, she, scantily dressed. I don't necessarily think that's the worst thing in the world, because it's like, on the one hand, everybody's got a celebrity crush. Well, maybe not everybody, but hell, I got one. And if she want to sing to me, I'll probably let her. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna look happy while she doing it. So, on the one hand, I understand. Right. Hey, there's this larger than life figure, paying you some attention. This person you listen to and watch every day. They're singing you a song and shit like that. Like,
you a song. Okay.
I can get how you could get caught up in that moment and not necessarily do anything wrong, but.
Hold on, we ain't done. We got more.
But you could disrespect your relationship at home potentially, right? And you don't mean to. It's, again, you just got caught up in the moment. And I'm not trying to excuse it, right? You could damn sure do something that could ruin your relationship in that moment. But I'm just saying I could understand how it would happen. Now, when you factor in being caught on social media, half dressed, and this nigga singing to you, and it's just looking like you can't control yourself, that just makes the situation a whole lot worse, right? Assuming there's no cameras out, and this is just a one-time thing. You go to this concert, you get called up on stage, he sings to you, you go home, nobody knows about it except the people that were there. Okay, that's one thing. But man, all over social media, everybody in your business, bruh, and you out here looking like a damn fool. I think once the video gets posted.
Now I want to pause because he make a great point.
Yeah,
it's
I
like how
that.
You know how. Now I've heard women tell me before in the past, or just in general, like how they might tell their husband, "Hey, like if you go to another city, if you cheat, just don't embarrass me."
Yeah.
In relation to, hey, if you do something,
don't
like that's between us, or it got to be private, but don't let shit go public, because it's easy to kind of recover from. And again, nobody should cheat,
right?
But it's easy to recover from when only you and them know. But now once it goes on social media, and now your friends know,
because you got other people in your ear.
Yeah, bitch, girl, you still with him, or
right?
Everybody giving their opinions and left ear, you're right. It's just like it changes things. Because like I said, so many situations or so many things can kind of be rectified, but once you go online, especially now, don't let some go viral. That's on the shade room. That's on Baller Alert.
But also, again, this happened how many weeks ago? But stuff don't stay relevant that long. Like people
it
are
don't stay relevant to us, but it stays relevant to the people who going through it. It don't stay relevant to us. It's like somebody dying. Oh yeah, they died. Okay, next day. Okay, move on. Now
this was popping in my head, and so because I agree with Sully. Like, look, this is kind of like a once in a lifetime thing. Like, chances of me and this person actually engaging in like some sort of affair.
So, but do you think there should be a limit during the interaction? Because I don't care if it's a one time thing. It don't mean go all out. You're grabbing his balls and no. It should still be. I don't care if it's
like
one
for
time.
example, if I was in a relationship and we're at this concert and
Usher come up to you.
Nope, I'm gonna put it around as to where a woman, it's a female artist.
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson or whatever. And my husband been loving Janet Jackson since he was 8 years old, right? And Janet Jackson like kisses him on
come on stage, let me give you a lap dance.
Yeah, like shit, I might be fucking happy for him if she gives him a kiss, all that stuff. I'm like, but I'm not. It's like, listen, bro, I'm fucking happy. He's gonna be living in his glory days for days on end, and I'm not gonna be mad. It's just Janet Jackson.
But like I always tell you,
yeah,
because you feel that way, you can expect him to feel that way. If now,
right,
because Johnny Gill pull you on stage,
mama,
he gonna die. No, but no, you can't.
Oh my god,
you can't expect him to feel the same way. You can't. He gonna die.
Oh Lord, I think I busted sweat.
No, you can't expect him to feel the same way. Is it hot in here? Yeah. Turn the AC up.
Oh Lord,
I'm dying in here.
Jesus, send a fan.
No, but I'm saying I'm sweating my forehead.
You say you gonna die?
I feel like I ran a marathon. What I'm saying,
that was funny.
You can't expect him to feel the same way because that's how you would feel.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna perceive it differently. But let's finish out what he had to say.
Okay.
So for me, the video of her having a seizure because some guy is singing to her on stage is a billion times worse than the fact that she got sung to on stage and, she sort of flipped out about it. That embarrassment, man, people clowning you and shit like that, or just, seeing some dude got his hand all over your girl and she already scantily dressed. I couldn't be with her after that. And it's 110% the video. It's not the fact that she went to a concert, and shit kind of got out of hand because she got caught up on stage. It's the fact that I ain't about to be out here looking crazy.
So is this Sully? Is this Sully talking from a regular, ordinary, everyday person, or is he talking from the stance of you are in the spotlight? Because again, even if a video has surfaced,
But like you said, it depends on what happens in the video. Because like we seen We seen Usher go up to Issa Rae. You know, she married.
I didn't see that, actually.
Yeah. You can look it up, and you know, he went up to her, and she married. She like, she kept the distance.
Okay.
Because, like I said, when people say, "Well, you know, it's Keke Palmer," you know, you gotta accept. No.
You also just said Issa Rae's married.
Yeah, but
no, I'm just like,
because that's what I don't like when people change it because of the ring.
Yeah,
if we in a committed relationship,
but you cannot dumb down the ring.
No, I'm not dumbing it down, but the ring has to come from showing that you can go out and that your partner can trust you, and vice versa. Like, trust is huge in a relationship.
That is true.
Because if I'm dating Issa Rae and, like, I know, for example, how she moves, she could go out, like, she could, oh yeah, John, I'm going to a party and it's 500 men. I trust you. I don't care. That's why trust means something. Now, if I know that you're gonna go out and now, you know, any ounce of attention, you just gonna melt and then trust is not there, and the relationship probably not going. Yeah, it's probably not gonna last long because I don't trust you.
I honestly think there is no right answer. Right, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to any of this, to be honest with you, because everything is going to be evaluated by a case basis. But for you to leave I honestly think for you to leave your woman after y'all built over an interaction,
it's shallow. What you about to say?
I wouldn't say insecure or shallow at all, but it's like an interaction that wasn't necessarily sexual, and I don't even want to just bring sex into it. It's like it really probably wasn't that deep.
It don't matter if it's that deep, but
like you again throwing away something over an interaction like that's probably not going to happen again. That's childish as fuck. Like, yeah,
okay, but everybody has their limits. Everybody has their boundaries.
So they can't handle that. In something
he can't handle it, which is why he said
he don't need to be with a woman like that.
He said I can't handle it. Basically, I would leave her. So
it's funny, it be the same niggas who be saying that, who be doing some other shit.
No, that's that trauma speaking. No, we ain't doing that.
Okay,
because like I'm saying, like if he said, no, because I can see if he said, you know what, I don't like that. Next time I'ma control you. But he said, I don't like it. I'm leaving. Like. He's leaving.
That's funny. I don't know. I just
So you got an issue with him leaving so you want him to stay and have an issue with it because it's probably not.
It happened. So I mean, like there are people.
So he can't healthily walk away based on
he can healthily walk away. So what I'm saying is that there have been men or women who have been cheated on. Let's say in a marriage, who was able to. And it didn't happen overnight. They was able to work through it, get counseling, right, and heal from it, and have beautiful marriages after that. And you telling me from a hug, but that's them. But from a hug and a quick interaction that wasn't him putting his penis in her pussy, like you leaving, you wasn't committed to it to begin with. If you leaving over something that small,
hold on,
that's just weird.
Hold on. So you think that, and again, I'm trying to ask for clarity. So you think that the only time a man should leave a woman is if the penis went inside her, as opposed to not things that he feels as inappropriate?
Okay.
Because sometimes you can disrespect without the penis going
you
inside
one
you.
and done. So there's one isolated incident that's enough for you to walk away from your relationship. I don't think you were meant to be.
See, but but how do we know it's one and done? How do we know that there wasn't instances leading up to that, and now with you doing that, and now the public embarrassment?
Instances
instances.
You got to remember.
Like
you got to remember Keke and Usher are celebrities. So if we're talking about a regular person,
we're talking about we all for Keke and Usher.
Okay, yeah. So a regular person who has this one interaction with a celebrity, unless they're in that type of if it was something like that we saw in the video.
Okay, so like let's use the scenario before we dive into another voicemail. Okay. So let's say, for example, again, we're gonna use Terrence. You dating Terrence. And like you go out with your homegirls, whoever, and you go see Chris Brown. No. Okay. As an example, he pull you on stage. Okay. He, let's say he performing Take You Down. He gyrating on you. He picking you up, spinning you around. He put you on top. You know how sometimes like they pick you up and kind of simulate eating your vagina. So like, let's say he doing all of that to you. Okay. And your man be like, you know what? I feel disrespected. I'm leaving. Okay. So you gonna tell him it was just a one-off? It was only
I mean, that's the only thing I can say. Like, nigga, I'm with you. Like, at the end of the day, I'm committed to this relationship.
So you think that because his penis didn't go inside you, that's not a level of disrespect to where he should be able to leave you?
If he wants to leave,
if he's simulating sex with you on stage, picking you up, spinning you around, simulating eating your vagina, it don't count because it didn't physically happen. You don't think that he can have a?
He can have that. He can.
No,
leave. Like
you say he can leave, but you're talking like with a level of judgment for him leaving.
I have a right to judge.
Yeah, but you're judging him. You're judging him for leaving because he doesn't want to.
I feel like that's a.
Okay, so no boundaries as long as the penis don't go inside you.
No. We still speaking on celebrity versus a regular person. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand. Like,
because it ain't no better if it's Chris Brown or if it's Sean from up the block.
Well, first of all, I personally wouldn't be in a situation to where that would be happening. But
we use that as an example.
To kind of
get a gauge on how you would feel. Because
I mean, yeah, I will feel some type of way. Like, really, bruh? Like, you gone because of that.
We gonna clap it up. We gonna leave that there because we see. So, fellas, man, if
because
you Miss
dog. Nah, no. Anything. No.
Just don't. If the PP go inside, that's when it's official.
No.
Because, like I said, I'm trying to get a gauge on how you feel. Because you just said, yeah, I don't think it's, bro. There was no penis going inside, and ain't matter.
And it wasn't a serious interaction. I can see if you're seeking that out, you're seeking that sort of attention, but you're not. You're literally going out for this once in a lifetime, I guess, sort of thing, and it's happened. So I don't think that warrants a breakup. But if a dude or a woman, you want to break up because of that, then chances are you guys aren't meant to be together. If you can't get through this one little thing, it's not meant for us to be together, and that's fine. We'll cry it out, we'll heal, and we'll move on. Okay.
So if you're in a relationship or you, I mean, committed, I'm not talking about if you in a committed relationship or a marriage. Do you think that when you go out with your homegirls and it's like a single moment?
Wait, it's like a single moment?
No, do you think that if a woman is in a relationship or she's married, that if she goes out with her homegirls, that her relationship goes on the back burner during that outing?
Not necessarily.
And it's a single moment to where, girl, do what you got, do you, girl? Or do you think that you still have to have some level of respect for your partner?
Yeah, you have to have a level of respect.
So if you go out and Sean is picking you up, flipping you around, simulating your vagina, how is that respect? We took it off.
That's disrespect.
So it ain't.
It's disrespect.
No, that is a sign of love. We gonna leave it like that. Going out and Sean picking you up and flipping you around and simulating your vagina. That's a sign of love for your partner. So we gonna leave.
Clearly,
it at that.
That's not a sign of love for your partner.
If it ain't disrespect, it gotta be love.
I just said it was disrespect.
It's correct. We gonna dive into the next voicemail, man.
Next case.
Let's see what you gotta say, Drew.
Yo, so I don't know if you still need this, but
I need it.
I definitely see what was going on there. My whole thing with the whole Kiki situation is, I might have been upset about it, but I wouldn't have brought it up publicly. You know, I wouldn't have tweeted about it.
That's a fact.
I wouldn't have posted about it. I just would have talked about it when she got home. And it probably wouldn't have been as big as a thing as it was. I think now she broke up with him, which is crazy. But if he just would have saved it for the crib, it all would have been good. But I definitely might have said something, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You could let Usher serenade you, dressed crazy. I probably would have been tight. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It's fucking Usher. Singing ass nigga Usher. Take your girl. But, you know what I mean? People gotta have a little more.
I guess he mean like more security or feel more secure. But like I said, it's tough.
Yeah,
I'm dying. Is the air on?
It's probably also the coffee I had.
Yeah, the lights too. That light is on my face. But nah, I understand what he's saying because the fact that he went on social media, it changes things, especially being in the public eye. So
right,
of course, but it's like the same thing for like regular folks. Like if you can deal with that in private.
Yeah.
But once you go online and now you start talking, now your friends, like I said, your friends and your family see it.
Right.
Everything changes because if you guys stay together, then people, you still together after what he said online. It's just like you can't allow other people to kind of put their voices in between because then, situations that can be fixed, they become complicated.
Right.
When you allow everybody else to kind of put their 2 cents in. That's why I always say all the time, in a relationship, that's private. Like, I'm never going to let nobody see that there's a bump in the ship. Because sometimes we can fix that bump. But now when everybody knows now the bump in the ship, the crack is everything is flooding in.
Yeah, we
water.
get second guessing like your decisions. Like, even if you know in your heart, like, I can work through this, is fine. Just get those that chatter.
Yeah. But let's finish out what he had to say.
I don't know where I left off, but people have to be a little more secure, you know? Like, that guy knows that's his girl. That's Usher. Like, Usher is, I don't know how old a fucking Usher is, but he knows Usher's not smashing his girl, you know?
My point exactly.
It was a little out there. It was a little crazy.
I want to pause it.
My point exactly.
It ain't your point exactly. Because like I told you a couple weeks ago off air, the fact that, if it's you and Usher's singing to you, Usher's not smashing you.
Right.
Because outside of that one-time incident, you have no other way to access Usher. You can hit his DM.
That's no different than the Chris Brown situation you just mentioned.
That's different.
Oh, because you're talking about the eating.
I'm talking about him picking you up. Like
that's a lot.
Things that he have done at a concert before with women from the audience.
Gotcha.
And now because he's done it before, performing those type of songs.
Yeah.
And now if they're single, do you? But now if they're in a relationship, they can't expect you can't expect to go home and show your husband that video. I'm so happy for you. Like, no, it's probably gonna be an issue. It's probably gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like they say, sometimes the fandom comes out.
Yeah.
To where Chris Brown can say, "Hey, baby, come back to my backstage after." But I'm just saying, like in that moment, like she might know, I ain't never gonna see Chris again.
Right.
So let's say he say, "Hey, come back to my hotel."
It's a no.
But do you think a lot of women gonna say no?
Yes. Didn't he give somebody like herpes or gonorrhea?
That don't matter.
That
don't matter. It was herpes accusations with Usher years ago. Remember? And
I'm just good on it. Like, no, like it's not that deep for me.
Yeah.
Just me personally. I don't have those type of fantasies.
Yeah. So. But like I said, that's you. But see, like I say all the time, I take it off of myself. I know plenty of women in relationships that probably would do some wild shit. Just to be honest.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because I ain't never gonna see him again. It don't matter. Because now when it comes to a woman embracing her sexuality, it's so cluttered.
Yeah.
You know how before you kind of understand what it meant, but now it's just like it's so cluttered. It's so it's just jumbled up to it. It includes everything.
Yeah.
Like I've seen women cheat. Well, come on, I'm just like, bruh. That's why I just say like it was kind of like a mini trigger because I've heard that so many times. Like where I've seen women cheat. And then try to act as if, but it didn't mean nothing. There was no emotions, and I'm just like, it don't take away from the act. Everything ain't embracing your sexuality. Sometimes it's disrespectful.
You just doing what you want to do.
Yeah, and like I said, I believe that a lot of people they're not ready for a relationship, but like they want it because of what they see. But a lot of people they aren't ready for the fact that it's not just about you no more. Like I always say, you got to account for somebody else's feelings, even if you don't understand it.
I think I know we're talking about, I guess, behaviors when you're single versus when you're in a relationship. Yeah. But I also think that goes to the evolution of relationships, right? And how this ain't the 50s and 60s no more. Like women weren't able to kind of like do their own thing because their men like held the power like over them, right? And like there's this different type of like liberation or movement with women. It's just like I guess this is something you might say like they want to have their cake and eat it too. Like they're able to,
you can do your own thing, but just be single while you do that.
Yeah, but you're saying be single while doing that, but also know like there's not just women who's doing that. This is also men 100%. As well, right? And so and
on the flip side, she can leave him too. Like it's not one sided. Yeah. If a man is doing something, he's disrespecting you when he go out with his boys, which we know happens a lot. And you find out about it, like accepting it is kind of saying you are okay with it. That's why I say I don't blame nobody for leaving if something happens one time.
It just annoys me when.
So it is both sides. No, it's both sides.
It's both sides, but I feel like what's common is that men are allowed to do what they want to do, but the minute a woman gets back and do the same thing, it's just like, their whole world crumbles down.
That double standard is always going to exist. It's because on the flip side, it's so many double standards that only favor women. So it's both sides on the. Let's not do that. Because you are 100% correct, but there's double standards on both sides.
So in terms of, I'll probably be veering off, but
everybody benefits from double standards.
Right.
One woman benefit from so many. Mm-hmm. And men benefit from some too. That's just the facts of it. Mm-hmm. And they're never going away.
Yeah.
A man can sleep with 30 women, he's the man.
Yeah.
A woman can sleep with 2 women, she's a hoe. I mean, with 2 men, she's a hoe. It's always going to be there. Mm-hmm. That's never going nowhere.
What is interesting though is that you hear that, okay, so somebody gets cheated on, or there's this one incident of disrespect, and you leave. And so let's just say you have a cycle or a pattern. Let's say you're in a relationship and this happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, fuck this. I'm done with her. She disrespected me this one time. I ain't about to be. And then you get into another relationship, right? And you see that there's this sort of pattern that happens. At what point do you realize, like,
a pattern of what in relation to what a
there's
woman
going to
does?
be something that happens to where you're not going to be happy about it? And how do you know?
Do you have an example? Like, let's try to get an example so we can focus on that example of like what might happen to where he might be like, you know what? Because I don't want to talk vague about this. I want to have like an example.
Okay, I'll have to come back to it. But I just know that like there's not always gonna be better out there. Like, I think there's this whole swipe left, swipe right thing where you feel 100%. Like there's a bunch of options, right? And there's options, but there might not be any compatibility. And I think there's always going to be some level of frustration or some working through that you're going to need to do. And people are so quick to give up because something didn't go their way. We got to realize, like, at the end of the day, we are individuals. Of course, in a spiritual realm or something, when people marry, you become one. But even becoming one is a process. It don't just happen the moment you guys decide to consummate the marriage and put y'all finances together.
You are 100% correct.
Yeah, you're building. So again, when somebody coloring outside the lines on one day, you're gonna leave it instead of trying to correct
that. It's about how far outside the lines you color.
Okay, do you not think that somebody could still come back and like, okay, let me correct this behavior. You know what? I was wrong. I didn't think this through. I apologize. This won't happen again. But for you to just walk away because I just think everybody's different, but still you're going to get into another relationship. But you're going to be with you. Who's to say? I understand what you're saying, but some shit is going to happen and you're not going to be happy about it. So you're going to leave every time something that you did, whether it's financial, like a secret, or she went to go spend $5,000 and you tell me about it. Are you going to leave? Like, what? When are you gonna just be like, you know what? I'm fucking pissed about this. Because you can take a break, but you're gonna keep. So
you think that everything should be accepted? I'm trying to get to what you mean.
I don't think everything can be
I think
people need to. I believe that, but I also think that people have their own breaking points. I guess you can say.
Dismiss that when things happen. It's like, yes, things can be talked about and rectified. You know, a woman or a man can forgive somebody for cheating or whatever the case may be, but it still might produce some feelings of insecurity, of jealousy that might still linger even after the forgiveness, and that can become an issue. Because now she goes out again in the future with her homegirls, and now those feelings of jealousy and insecurity that happened because of the incident that he forgave her for, he might still have lingering feelings of that can still.
But that can apply to other areas of one's relationship. Yeah. Is what I'm saying. Not just in terms of a flirtatious interaction. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you cannot,
certain things are easier to recover from. Like I said, in terms of like. Let's use the example you said about somebody taking money.
So you think, and $5,000 could be a lot of money for some people to be able to work through.
Yes, but it just depends. It depends on what you took the money for. It depends. It's just everything ain't just black and white.
That's it. What I just said moments ago.
Yes, but I'm talking about like if you remove another person from the equation, those things can be talked about in a more way to where it can be resolved healthily. But now when you add a person of the opposite sex, it complicates things. We're not talking about money. We're not talking about you doing this or you going out to purchase a car. Like things that can be talked about and rectified. We're talking about a whole nother human being. You don't see the difference in that, as opposed to you taking $2,000 to go buy a bag, as opposed to now a whole nother man is involved in the equation. Are they equal?
But
we can talk about the money. We can talk about this, but now it's different. It's different as opposed to me going out there and now me taking $1,000 out your purse to go buy something, or opposed to me going out to the club and doing XYZ with a girl.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah.
Like, I can explain. You know what, baby? I apologize, man. I'm gonna give you the $1,000 back. Or now it's different. What I'm saying, hey, man, girl, I apologize for kissing that girl. Go ahead and get your kiss back, get your cheek back. Like, it's different when it's like something of like monetary value or just something of like, you know, as opposed to like a whole nother person. It changes things. Yeah, like on both sides. That's why I just said I understand what you're saying, but a whole nother human being coming in between you two, it leads to complicated situations.
But I feel like if this is a ongoing situation versus an isolated incident, I think it's just two different things. That's just my opinion.
But how is one supposed to know that?
One may never know. That's the chance that you take when you.
And that's why I'm saying, in relation to if she go all out and crazy for this one incident, one might assume, how do I know that this is a one-off? That's like if a dude go and he just, let's say a dude, he just go shoot somebody in the head and he just go crazy and shoot him 9 times. One might think, how many bodies you got? Like if you this callous with the first body, how do we know that that's a one-off?
You know, I can talk about this all day.
Yeah, somebody. No, but I'm talking about how people might think. You can't.
You can't stop people from thinking a certain way.
Yeah,
I get that.
Bitch, is this the first time you did this? You went crazy with Sean. You went a little all out. You was doing this. He was grabbing you. You was going crazy.
Yeah.
So how do I know this is not something you do every time you go out with the homegirl? But now this is the video that made it online for me to see. You can't kill him for having human emotions.
No, not at all.
And that's why I just said I respect somebody for walking away as opposed to now having feelings of resentment, of anger. And now because somebody who feels like he might put her through hell. She might go, baby, I'm going with my girls to go get coffee. Bitch, no, you ain't. Like, just because of, like, I prefer him to walk away.
Yeah.
As opposed to now having lingering feelings of anger and making her life a living hell.
Right.
Because of the insecurity that he probably got.
Yeah.
So I think it's healthy to walk away as opposed to stay and now he's just policing her. Where you gonna go? What time you gonna be back?
Yeah.
So
that's not gonna be.
That sounds like him walking away. What's the issue?
None.
Because he walk away, he got a peace of mind. Now she can go out, do whatever she want without worrying about nothing. What's the issue? Both people win. Go ahead, go do whatever with Sean, Terrence, and TJ. You don't gotta worry about me no more.
It's just so okay. I'm off of it because
like I said,
I have a response to that too, but.
I know. Let's finish up what my man had to say. We ain't forget about you, Drew.
He should have had, more confidence and more respect for himself and his woman that she wouldn't be cheating on him like that, And I think if he would have saved it for when she got home, it wouldn't have been an issue. But he was wilding on Twitter. Made himself look like a bitch. But that's my 2 cents, really. Again, I probably would have felt a way about it, but I wouldn't have blasted it out to the world. You got to keep some things private. Now everybody knows how he's feeling and that he's insecure about it. But yeah, should have been a little more secure about it.
I agree 100%. Like I said, because even putting myself in that situation, I probably would have felt the way, but I'm not going online about it.
Yeah.
Now when she come home, but like I said, it just make it tough because even as a man, and I've had this conversation many times before, to where like if something is done and you feel disrespected, like even bringing it up because you want to talk about it, even in a healthy way. Like, oh, you insecure? Are you that? And I'm just like, I'm just having a healthy conversation so that we can find some type of common ground or even a mature conversation, dialogue on what happened and how we can prevent this from happening again.
Right.
Because it sucks, but like a lot of men, I've been told they don't even feel comfortable bringing it up. To where, because anything you say now, it's just like, if it's not pro-woman, if it's anything that kind of skates away from just championing something, then it's just like you're no, we're not anti-woman, but we just think that there should be boundaries.
Yeah.
And I seen something online earlier about, they said they believe that women twerking all the time is like a coping mechanism. You're happy, you twerk. You're sad, you twerk. You're angry, you twerk. Like, and just like, it's just so many things to where it's just like, you can't even say, I don't want my woman twerking. You hate. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Just do whatever you want to do at this point. Because it goes back to when, I don't know if it was here in Atlanta. Remember time it was a black owned restaurant. They was having brunch It was a group of black girls. They was all twerking on his couches, on the sofa. You see in the background, you see other families, other kids. And the black dude came over. He said, ma'am, there are other families here.
Yeah.
We having brunch. Can y'all stop twerking? Can y'all stop shaking your ass? Can y'all stop standing on my sofas?
Yeah.
Twerking.
Yeah.
Girl, do your thing. They got the camera over. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And now
it was probably doing too much.
Check the camera. Yeah, but
it's not that type of establishment, because there are some places that.
But that's not.
That's
the
environment. Yeah.
You check right there. You check the comments. Why he hating on women? Let women do themselves. Let women embrace it. And I'm
time,
just
place,
like,
manner.
But I'm just like, but even with him saying, he said it so respectful. You check the comments.
You got to realize the people who are saying, they're not thinking about the totality of the circumstances, right? You're talking about a family, probably a family that we got kids and stuff there. That's not the type of place where you're doing that.
But he came up polite and he expressed, please stop doing this.
Yeah.
They gave his business 1-star ratings.
That's so petty.
This place doesn't promote women. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. They twerking on my sofas that I paid for.
Right. He has a right to refuse their business. I mean, he has a right to refuse like their money and all that stuff.
There's kids behind you and you twerking your ass over my eggs. Like, come on. That's why I just say I could name so many instances to where I just say, as a man, you gotta shut up.
Yeah.
A woman can come in there ass naked and twerk and bend over the whole time. If you express anything that's not go girl, do your thing, it's an issue. That man learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Can y'all not twerk on my sofas in y'all heels with the heels digging into my leather? And he got killed for that. He didn't say none. He didn't say nothing.
Not like dead, but
no, he got.
Okay.
They was dragging him.
Yeah. Okay.
He was anti-woman. Yeah. He's not letting women be themselves. He ain't say nothing disrespectful. He ain't say bitch get down.
Yeah.
He just said, bro, can y'all have some respect? Is that an issue? Have some respect for the people around you. It's not an issue. But like I said, it's scary. It's scary the times we live in. It really is, man.
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, so you see girls just randomly,
quote
unquote, twerking or popping, whatever you want to call it.
Now a lot of things be accepted. Like I told you the other week when I was at work and I had a conversation with this older woman, I forgot her name. She was not like 91, 92, and she mentioned, she was like, yeah, you see that girl, the style, she called it the stallion. And she was just like, she is so pretty.
Yeah.
She don't have to be naked. She don't have to just show her coochie. Well, she says some little old words she used to describe her vagina. And she said she don't have to show that. And she's like, these young girls got no respect. Yeah. I remember growing up and, I remember one time, this and that. I wanted to dress cute for this boy I like.
Yeah.
And I tried to sneak outside in the clothes and my mama said, go get that switch. And she was like, she beat me. You don't gotta go outside like that. And she said, now it's the normal. She's like, I got grandkids that's 12, 13 that's going outside half naked.
People are, so she's 92. So I'm like, there was a whole era in the 60s and the 70s of this like this movement like sex, drugs, and rock and roll sort of thing where people would go like, again, this is pre-social media, pre-cell phones, pre a lot of things, but this is nothing new. There is a cycle of life. It repeats itself over and over again, right? Like, even the idea, my grandma, not to put on that, but I'm about to put her out there. Right?
Don't kill grandma.
My grandma, about what? Shoot, almost 80. Think about this. You having kids at 15, 16, outside of wedlock, like,
that was normal.
That was normal, right? But present day, you still gonna get criticized for being a teen mom. But we're talking about
what's pushed to the public. Because yes, a lot of things were happening back then. Yes, but we're talking about what's promoted and what's pushed on public.
The thing is, though, again, because of the innovation of cell phones and social media, that's why it's flashing in front of us. But this is nothing new. This has been a thing.
But I remember being a kid and I'm watching TV and it's just like, it was so many things that I'm like, damn, I need cable so I can see some titties. But now you can watch Channel 5.
Exactly. Only certain people had access to it. Now everybody has access to it. Now it's like,
because it's the norm. I'm talking about even channels changed to where
Playboy magazine, my nigga. Like, come on. I'm just saying, like,
I'm talking about basic cable. back when I had no cable, I had the TV where you had to pull the antenna up and hope you get a good signal.
Right.
I used to be so mad because I never seen no titties. Like, I want to see titties so bad when I was.
You should have went to New Orleans and done
no, but I'm
Gras.
just saying. Once my mama got cable and she had the Showtime After Dark.
Yeah.
Because now, like I said, you can put on Channel 5, Channel 7. They be having sex in bed on TV on basic cable.
Yeah.
But you go back 15 years. It wasn't on there because TVs have rules and laws to where you get fined for doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember
the Super Bowl.
They got fined for that titty coming out. Now, if the titty come out now, nobody gonna
I think they tried to sue because of Rihanna's the way they were dancing. Something.
Yeah, but that was a bullshit. That
but
was
again,
just,
everything is at the touch of the finger.
Yeah, but okay. At the end of the day, to sum it up.
You can chop and screw anything else. I guess.
We ain't chopping and screwing because I'm just like, bruh. Once you said everything is okay unless the penis
See,
goes
this is you.
inside.
You always do that. I ain't say everything was okay.
Everything is okay unless the wee go inside the vagina.
Oh my God, y'all.
That ain't what you said?
Oh my gosh.
Where you at?
Ayúdame, por favor.
Nah, let me go back. Let me go into my last guy. I'm gonna call him Jay. His name is JJ. Let me see if I can pull up what he had to say.
Wazam, son.
JJ, talk to me.
It's interesting because I was looking at a lot of that stuff, and everyone's going to say every relationship's different, and that's true. I think what you know of your partner and how you choose to represent that relationship in public is a direct reflection of what you think of your relationship.
Oh, I want to pause it right there. Hold on. Now, he said in a relationship, how you choose to represent yourself in public,
right?
He feels is a direct, reflection of how you feel about your partner. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Because that goes into what we talked about earlier in relation to when you step outside, committed relationship or marriage, you are a reflection of your partner.
Yeah, because
same thing with work. You could leave your job at a great, high paying salary job. You leave. You are a reflection of your job, even if you don't believe so. You are.
What's coming to me, like my thoughts, it's like if you think your man is weak or something like that, chances are you're gonna be like, oh, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
That level of
but like if you got a
this
super like Mandingo macho man and he don't play that shit.
That goes back to Sully. He said, first time, I'm gone.
Yeah.
So, that's his standards.
Yeah.
And like you said, some men, you could do whatever you want to do.
In order to avoid, is this something, a conversation that people should have before getting into quote unquote relationships about how to conduct yourself? Or you feel like they should know? Because
in this day and age, what a lot of people do is, not all, they enter into a relationship, they don't have real conversations, they don't have discussions, because yes, this is something that should be discussed. Without, are you insecure? No, we having a conversation.
Yeah.
So we can understand, okay, is this worth even dating?
Yeah.
Because nobody's saying don't go out. Nobody's saying you got to cut. No, have your friends.
Yeah.
It's healthy because you can't date and now your whole life become you and your partner.
Right.
You gotta have your girlfriends. He gotta have his male friends. But I gotta know when you go out with your male friends, you respect what we got.
Right.
When you go out with your girlfriends, you respect what we got.
Right.
And now if having that conversation, I'm gonna go out, I just want to do me, but I'm not gonna let the physical, I'm not gonna let the dick go inside me. Nah. Because you could disrespect so many different levels without physically having sex.
Or kissing or hugging.
1,000%. I've seen women, and I told you about it before when I was at Amazon where
she's sitting on somebody's lap and stuff.
She was flirting dudes, good morning, grabbing, smacking her ass, and she married. And I remember one time a girl was like, girl, ain't you married? She's like, yeah, I'm not sleeping with them. And I'm just like, bro, that don't excuse nothing. Like they smacking, grabbing that, like she was just like the work hole. Yeah. Like everybody who went there, it was men that started the job way after me. They she that easy. Okay. They start smacking her ass. Because they know what they gonna get. And her response to the girl that said, girl, ain't you married? I'm not sleeping with them though. Like that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Yeah. And because I know 100% she go home to her husband. He don't know that. He thinks she going to work, making money, and coming home. So now you think if he finds that out that he's wrong or he's, I think it's crazy for you leaving if if he found that out. Because let's say, for example, a video go over, it goes viral in relation to like his circle, and now he sees his wife getting her ass smacked and stuff like that. So now it might lead him to think, well, bitches, are you cheating on me too? If you smiling, you giggling, you sitting on somebody's lap, like what leads him to not think that he's being cheated on too in relation to she's laying down having sex? Or is he supposed to just outright know? Oh, it was only a smack.
Yeah.
No, that's an issue.
It could be some unmet things going on at home.
Because like I said,
I'm not excusing her behavior.
Because going on because I don't want to always subject it on things he's not doing. Sometimes people just be messy and people just be crazy. So I don't want to say, maybe he's not meeting her needs. No. Because people always gotta find a way to subject it back onto the man. Sometimes maybe she's just messy.
Or the woman. I mean, like either or. Like, is it something that she's not?
Because I thought that I should be like, bro, like, how do you feel about your husband? Of course, I said that in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you must look at him as like this, like you said, a weak-minded piece of shit to where you could just walk all over him. And now, let's say he found out and he decided to leave. Same thing you said. A lot of people, they guilt men. Oh, you just can't accept this. You just can't. And I'm just like, bro, people got limits.
Yeah. Because
your limit is lengthier than mine, don't mean his should be.
Yeah.
Some people got it one time and I'm done. Same thing with jobs. Some jobs you fuck up one time, job gone.
Yeah.
Some jobs we see folks show up late a year straight. They still get to clock in. But now some jobs you show up late 2 times. Yeah, hey man, we got to accept your resignation. It changes.
Yeah.
So everything can't be the same. But let's finish out what he had to say.
I think it's interesting when people will reference like Kiki and say, "Oh, she's a mother, she's this and that." Listen, they got some mothers that are hoes too. I don't want to leave thoughting for the single chicks, but I think if you're comfortable with what you represent, that's great. How it plays out in your relationship is another story, and I think you got to consider that whenever you're out in public.
100%. Like I said, I think that's a great place to end it because, like I said, at the end of the day, like let's say for example, like I'm a male hoe. Every time I go out, which it sucks because I know a lot of men in relationships, even married, to where they go out, and they thinking about I want some ass. Like, and these are men that's in quote unquote committed relationships. So like if that's me, it's just like that is a direct reflection of how I view my partner.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't change because now it's the woman. No, it's the same. It's the same thing for men. Like if every time a dude step out, he want to go cheat. He doesn't really. No, we grown. He don't have no. I don't give men no grace on that.
No. So my question is he doing this because that's just the type of man he is, or is like
the type of man he is? But that could be the type of man he is. That still shows a lack of respect for his partner.
Absolutely.
Regardless. So he could be a whole male hoe and be single, but now once you enter into a committed relationship and you're still doing that,
you go. Yeah. Some men and women don't change. They're consistently. They're gonna.
And that's
cheat.
why I just said just stay single.
They're not. People. Listen, so, this is never going to end.
No, it's never going to end. But like I said, we can't say what we said earlier in relation to if now someone don't want to accept that. Now it's these
absolutely
terms and these
they got to go. So I mean,
but you say I think it's crazy.
It is crazy. I'm saying. I think
accept it.
My opinion is that it's crazy. But at the end of the day, have a nice life. I cannot stop you from leaving if you don't want to work through this. If you don't want, okay, that's fine. But there are some people who would. But like you said, I can't do that for everybody.
People work through it, and congratulations and applause to you. But like I said, at the end of the day, every time I've had a conversation with a friend or even a podcast listener, and they said, "Hey, I felt disrespected," and I left, I applaud it.
Yeah,
like congratulations for like putting your peace of mind first.
Yeah,
because like I said, you could be cheated on and you can forgive, but sometimes those feelings still linger, or something might come up to where you might go pick them up from work, and now they're talking to like a female coworker. It might be innocent, but now in the back of your mind, this nigga cheated before. So what they talking about?
Yeah,
those are things that happen because insecurity. Like once it started, it's tough to get rid of. They might be gone, baby. I get off of work at 7, and now they come home at 9. Well, nigga, you had 2 hours. Well, it's just like those are things that pop in people's minds to where sometimes stepping away is better. So I'm never going to encourage somebody, hey, stay and go work it out. Now, if it's somebody, yeah, she took $50, go talk it out. But like I said, when it's a whole person involved, it changes things. If I'm married and we got a joint account and I check it, I'm like, it's $500 missing. Like, it's a 100% chance I'm going to talk that out as opposed to now she doing something with somebody else. Because, like, we could resolve the money.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to make me insecure or jealous. I'm just going to be like, damn, you couldn't ask that, That's not just ask. I'm cool, just ask. But when it's a whole person involved, it changes things. Like I said, money or, the car. When I bought a new car, you should have asked first, but, okay, maybe the car can benefit us.
Divorces after that, but I hear you.
Like I said, it's tough, man, but... Man,
life is hard. I mean,
life is hard, but at the end of the day, man, like she said, man, if there's no hard penis dropping inside you, it don't count. It don't count. Cheating only matters when the penis is inside the vagina.
That is literally not my conclusion, but let him tell it.
That ain't what you said.
I'm not about to go through this.
If the dick ain't in it, it don't count.
No. Okay.
Brand new LCP.
This is probably my longest episode, about an hour and probably 5 minutes, man. But you guys out there, man, who stay showing love, stay showing support. I thank you too for coming by. I know we hot right now. I know that the lights is on our face. We dying, but I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, ladies, go out there, do your thing, have fun. Just don't let the dick go inside you, okay?